Tijan Cham, a dedicated rice farmer in Kanikunda, Suba, in the North Bank region, is determined to expand his agricultural endeavors beyond his current 4.5 hectares, despite numerous major obstacles such as inadequate water supply and lack of modern farming equipment. Our Sane files in this report.
Cham's journey from carpentry to farming reflects his deep-rooted passion for agriculture, inspired by his family's lean age. Although he possesses skills in masonry and carpentry, Cham has chosen to devote his life to farming. He cultivates mostly rice, but also groundnuts and other crops. The carpenter turned farmer emphasized the critical importance of rice cultivation, noting that many Gambians spend a significant portion of their income. Cham, who is in his 50s, cultivates the Nerika type 1 of rice, and his vision is to cultivate more rice to cater for his family needs. He wishes to expand his production beyond 4.5 hectares to cater for his family's food need, stating that this would give him a peace of mind even if he is away. The rural farmer with 2 decades of experience in farming reveals the remarkable success he made over the years and expresses optimism for a bumper harvest this season.
This is part of the second phase, which will be fully ready for harvest before the rainy season ends.
2 weeks rek bo ñëwé da nga gis fekk bari génn na so am nañ yaakaar lool lool ndox mi moom xam naa balaa moo stop yëpp danañ ñor inshallah.
Kon jërëjëf.
However, Cham's farming journey that dates back to 2003 has not been without its challenges that continue to limit his dreams to expand his core of production for a much higher yield annually. Intensive annual labor, limited funds to cater for a certain needed inputs, the lack of a borehole, and weak perimeter fence underpin his growth.
Because tractor fee jot ko yombut.
Some of my challenges include lack of a tractor. I often rely on one of my donkeys for ploughing, but it's hard. It's just that I love farming. If not, I will have give up.
Meanwhile, Mustafa Drame, Deputy Director General at the Department of Agriculture, highlights some opportunities available for farmers to help them improve their production.
For youth, and there are opportunities for all men and women. So there is a project we call Giraffe Project. I'm sure you heard about Giraffe. You heard about Roots. Roots has a they call it youth-based matching grant. So they provide investment for this kind of people so that they can go and do some kind of agricultural intervention. So Giraffe also has one, but that one is not only limited to the youth, but if in groups, individuals can apply. And you need to have, they set a criteria, need to fulfill those criteria before you are given this loan, this grant. You can say grant, call it a grant, because if you have your business, you have your business plan, and the business plan says $100. I'm just giving an example. So the project will provide 80% of that of the fund, and then you have your 20% as your own contribution.
Tom Senghor, a horticulturist at the National Agricultural Research Institute, NARI, advises farmers to prioritize water and security to boost their productivity.
When it comes to horticultural production, 2 things are paramount. That is security, what we will say fencing. That's the normal thing we say, fencing. That's 1. And 2 is water. So these 2 things, you cannot do horticultural productions without them. So fencing, why fencing? Because all of us know that here animals are normally tethered during the rainy season. That's the time when everybody is doing production. So it is mandatory for everybody to tether your animals. But even that in some other communities, it is not being followed or adhered to. Then during the dry season, animals are left astray. They keep on roaming anywhere they get to, especially where they see some green vegetations. Is always an attention to them as food. So that being in mind, and most of the major horticultural productions in this country are done during that season. So you must have a fence that will secure you away from the animals. Maybe in some other countries it's not like that, because anyone who has an animal, you have to keep it into confinement or tether it. You can do a production anywhere you want just to have water and other production inputs. So those constraints are even why limited land is being cultivated when it comes to horticultural productions in the Gambia. Because any production of horticulture you are doing is not like rain-fed, it's year-round.
To overcome these hurdles and realize his dreams for an all-year-round farming, Cham needs a borehole, as it would enhance all-round air cultivation. A proper perimeter fence would prevent animal intrusion and protect crops. A power tiller or a generator would minimize manual labor and increase production capacity and yield, while a grant or load scheme would enable him provide more essential inputs to expand production and yield. The story of Tijan Kanikunda Suba village, about 130 kilometers from Banjul, highlights the resilience of local farmers in the face of adversity and underscores the need to promote them with the needed inputs to promote sustainable agriculture in the rural Gambia. Reporting for Star TV News, this is Awasane.